Hello there and welcome or welcome back to another video. My name is Brandon Tobias. It's an honor to have you here on this channel. If you're new to me, this channel is all about helping you to navigate your twin soul, soulmate, or divine counterpart relationship in this lifetime because for the highest good, this time around, all relationships that are divinely inspired are coming together here on earth in order to change the world. And I believe I've been chosen by the universe to help those of you involved right now in this divine union, what I refer to as the twin soul relationship, to come together, to find your way together, and or to strengthen your bond if you are already together in this moment in time. So without further ado, this video is going to be specifically about where it is your person is currently in this moment at, what it is they want to tell you, and divinely inspired messages from them to you for the highest good through God, through the universe, and through unconditional love. Let's go ahead and get right into it and see what comes through. So, God, what is it that the viewer watching this video needs to know in this moment in time from and about their person, their divine counterpart, twin soul, or soulmate? What are the messages that they need to know this moment in time for the highest and greatest good, here now, through and with unconditional love and light for them to receive? Okay. First, before we move forward, we need to set up some context, I feel, from your person. And so that you know that this reading is for you. So, in your divine love situation, it looks like you and your person are going through a divinely inspired time, separation, space of healing and finding peace within each of yourselves in order to Chariot card move forward. And each of you may be in your own unique ways, your own unique and uniquely identified ways, finding that space and that peace within yourself in order to move forward, not just in love, but in your life destiny. Now, the reason this relationship, if you're watching this video, is so special for you and for the world is because it involves not just love. Even though many of us, myself included, love this channel for the love, and we come here to hear about love in our person and our relationship and all those wonderful things, this relationship you are a part of, what I call the twin soul relationship, is also about both of you being in your life journey, okay? Your highest alignment and your life journey with and alongside each other and with and alongside the love you two share. Both you and your person are highly aware that this relationship is divinely inspired, as well as that there is divine love between you two, that there's unconditional love between you two. There's no doubt about that in this relationship. But what is a little bit in question, or what is going through this transformation or healing process, what may have never been required of you or your person before this time, is being in an aligned relationship that is that has both you and your person in your perfect divine path individually, and also together paired up with the divine love you two share. So those two things, life path, individual life paths, as well as divine love, are both needing to be integrated in this relationship. Okay. And what I feel right now is being integrated is each of your divine life paths. Okay. That's why the Chariot card with the star card here, it's not so much the love that's needing to be healed or recognized, it's the divine life path that you each have and also share. Okay. That is coming into alignment within each of your lives right now in your twin soul connection, your soulmate connection, so that you both, Chariot card here again, can move forward even more effectively. Now, I want to quickly note that if you're new to me, I'm reading the tarot, but I'm not reading the tarot, right? I'm barely even looking at it. It's a visual representation. For me, the way I work is I am a channeler. I channel the energy of God, or what I deem the consciousness of the universe. The messages I want to say come from there first, and then it will automatically always be reflected through the tarot. So I use it more as a presentation or as a whiteboard rather than trying to interpret exactly what the card is saying. So those of you tarot experts out there, we're like, well, the star card of the Chariot means this, actually, Brandon. And I know, and I love you so much. And again, it's not from the tarot, it's from God. Okay. But the tarot will always reflect back what I'm feeling. Okay. It's how it's designed, because this is me. This is the energy channeling through me, right, into the cards. Is how you can look at it. Is the cards are a reflection of the energy I'm channeling in this moment in time, God's energy. And God just wants you to know what's going on right now. That's what God is. God is the knowledge or consciousness of everything that is. And so this is where this information is coming from. Okay, Four of Cups, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords. If you're wondering why at this moment in time your person has or is not pursuing you in this moment, if you've made it to this point, you might be wondering, why is my relationship not coming together right now? Why is my person not pursuing me in this moment in time, coming forward, saying their intentions, saying their truth? Fill in the blank here, giving me light, Sun card, giving me light, giving me clarity into this situation or this relationship. Or you might be asking God, why isn't this coming together at this moment in time? Okay. Why aren't me or my person coming together or sharing our intentions or able to communicate effectively, or whatever the case is for you in your particular situation? But the energy here is, why isn't this happening, right? Or for many of you, why isn't my person coming forward with the clarity and or the offer or the love that I know that they want to share with me in my heart of hearts right now? Okay. And this reading is actually, Sun card is here. The Sun is designed to give you a specific insight actually into that question. Okay. So I feel many of you are watching this for the subconscious purpose of understanding why your person either isn't or hasn't come forward to you with clarity, or an offer and things like that. Okay. Why they seem to have rejected that at this moment in time. You're unsure as to why that's happening. And that might be causing you to question a lot of things, or feel uncertain, or feel even unworthy. Okay. Or feel like even possibly you're going a little crazy, feel like you're delusional, etc. Because it's something I feel you're so sure about, and yet there's no logical proof, right? There's no logical confirmation. There's no clarity in this moment for you about your relationship life at this moment. Yeah, Moon card. Okay, as I said, perfect reflection. Moon card. It's all under the surface. It's all subconscious. Okay, and Eight of Cups. Yeah. So in all shapes and forms, right? It seems like your person has given up to you. This moment of time, if you're watching this reading, it seems like this is where the internal conflict's coming from. Five of Wands with the Moon card and Eight of Cups. It's also your fear, but it's also what it seems like. Is that your person has walked away, your person has given up on you, or given up on this relationship, like they don't care about it or you anymore. Okay, like they have maybe distanced themselves, or that they have no intention of coming forward for you or towards you in this situation at this moment in time. Okay. And the reality is that this is actually, right, what I'm hearing, this is a message from or about your person, right? This is what your person has done. Your person has successfully distanced themselves from you in many ways, emotionally, physically, spiritually, perhaps, okay? To create space from you. You could think of your person being the one as the one who was designated or is designated to be the spacemaker between you and them. The divine, we can call it the divine spacemaker. Eight of Cups, Five of Wands. Okay. And even though that's not all always what we prefer or what we want, okay, there is a very strong and very important divine and divinely guided purpose for the spacemaker, okay, in a relationship. And for your person being the one, for most of you, 80-20, I would say, creating this space in this relationship. And I'm sure God will talk more about that. But up to this point, what I'm being shown is there's been a purpose, there's been a reason for space between you and your person. And it wasn't you, right? It sure as heck wasn't you that was going to voluntarily be the one to create the space. Okay, because of all of the love and the admiration and the closeness that you have with your person, but someone needed to do that. And so God volunteered, okay, reluctantly volunteered one of you, and it was your person, to be the one that needed to create that space from you in the way that that needed to happen. Okay. And there's many reasons. There's many ways in which that could have happened. There's many reasons for that, which I'm sure God will talk about. But for what you need to know right now, the way that it needed to happen to ensure that space was created is what happened through and because of your person as the volunteer to be the space maker between you and them in this divine union for this time being. Okay? And to put it even more sharply, any other way maybe that was less intense or less harsh than what they volunteered to be, do, say, or become would not have been enough to separate you and them in the way that it did. Okay? Not knowing obviously the specifics for each and every single one of you because it's a general collective reading, but okay, you see, whatever it was in the way that it went down for you, you have to know that that was exactly the intensity and the scope or scale of what needed to happen in order to actually cause space between you and your person. And it wasn't exactly perfect. No more, no less was required. Okay. And if it seemed intense, if it seemed hurtful, if it seemed confusing, okay, that's why. And even whether your person realized it or not, that God volunteered them to do this, they probably didn't in many ways, but their subconscious knew. You see? So if you experience a situation where you feel your person acted outside of their normal self, right? Or they may have acted what we can say habitually or instinctually or subconsciously, right? That's because that they were acting from their subconscious, okay, rather than a place of consciousness, if that makes sense. Okay. And this was God's hand, actually, because God works through our subconscious. He doesn't always work through our conscious mind. Sometimes he does, if you're aware and all that stuff, but many times he'll actually work through the subconscious of people. He'll actually take control, he'll take over, or he'll influence in a way that causes subconscious thoughts or actions to be had, which causes certain actions or reactions in order to serve a certain divine purpose. And again, Brandon, this isn't something I know. I'm just channeling this for you all. Okay. This is new information. Every time I do these readings, service to me, it's new information. Okay. But this is what he's showing me is that this was the service that he performed through and because of your person and this relationship for you, for reasons we'll get into, I'm sure, in this reading, to create space in order to house, that's the word, house, okay, appropriately house, yeah, and create the space necessary for each of you to sort out your individual life paths and individual life purposes for the purpose of individual fulfillment, okay, for the sake of aligning with the energy or the true destiny of this union. So to be clear, the way this is working is everything that you and your person right now are doing, becoming, owning within yourselves, healing, practicing, okay, exploring, all that stuff is actually, perhaps unbeknownst to you or your person, but it's known to God, is actually in service of the other. And you may not even realize it. You may not even recognize that because it's not being shown to you tangibly. That's where I come in to kind of help out a little bit. Thank you, God, and guides and angels. But everything you're doing in your life right now, whether you realize it or not, and everything your person's doing, whether they realize it or not, healing, working on becoming, stepping into, practicing, is ultimately for the sake of each other. Okay. And in this case, it's acting out of selfishness in a way. And many of the readings, even that I do, is like saying, well, you need to focus on yourself, do these things. But the ironic thing is, it's selfishness for service. You see, for your relationship, for your union, for your person here. That's where you and your person are at. It's selfishness through service, or selfishness for service. Okay? If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. That's where and why there's space created here, okay, from and for you and your person at this moment in time. That's why God orchestrated this. That's why God acted through your person, okay, caused him or her to act in ways through the subconscious or unconscious to create space or alienate you and them from being together, directly together at this moment in time, because it was necessary. Okay, very necessary for all the reasons we just spoke about, in alignment with each of your individual as well as collective life destinies in this lifetime. Yeah. A necessary separation. Yeah. A necessary switch. A necessary switch. That's the words I'm hearing. I'm not sure what that means. Death card here with the Two of Pentacles. It sure looks like a switch with the Two of Pentacles, though. Okay. Now, we mentioned, right? I mentioned repeatedly, we're going to be getting into the reasons why God has done this, and so what He's going to reveal in this reading. We see Death card and Two of Pentacles here. Now, believe it or not, this is kind of funny. Again, everything I'm just channeling, I'm hearing for the first time. So this is not like Brandon's knowledge. This is just channeled. But what I'm seeing and hearing and feeling is, believe it or not, you and your person were dependent on each other in a way, highly dependent, God is saying, in a way, to where you, in a way, relied on your person's presence or energy or existence or connection physically with you to move forward in your life, or know what to do, know who to be, know where to go. And this isn't a bad thing at all, because oftentimes relationships do dictate or do influence our life direction, right? And I believe me, I wouldn't even be here doing this reading if it weren't for relationships influencing my life direction. So very tangible example here. But the problem with that is that for this relationship, for you watching, God did not want that type of relationship. Okay? It's a different level of, it's a different type of. Twin soul relationship is very different from any other type of relationship in that it's not meant to be solely focused on or dependent on the other person being together with you and vice versa at all. Those types of relationships actually do exist. Like they are here in the world where two people are together and they're like they can't live without each other, right? Like they're so closely bonded and their lives are so closely enmeshed that like truly if they were to separate, each of their lives would fall apart. And that, for whatever reason, I don't even know why, but this is what I'm feeling, is like that God did not want that type of relationship. That's the type of relationship that you had or would have had with this person here, which is not a bad thing in itself, as we're saying. But as we keep mentioning, God wanted the next level of a relationship with you and your person, an even higher level beyond. Okay? Even though the one that you had before would have been fine, it would have been satisfactory, right? To have this amazing love and connection with the other and live by the other side for the rest of your lives. Okay? God wanted to have that with individual life and path clarity with and for the other, independent of one another, but also conjoined together in amazing and mysterious and aligned ways for the rest of your life. And even though each you and your person were totally willing to be together, despite not having everything figured out individually, and you were willing to throw that away and say, I don't even care because I just want to be together with my person for the rest of my life. That's all that matters to me. And I'll figure out my life with and for and alongside them. You were totally willing. Your person was totally willing to do that. God had to step in and say, not for this relationship, not for this connection. You didn't sign up for that. Remember? You didn't sign up for just the love and just the union part. You signed up for a mutually fulfilling, individually and joint fulfilling connection. And that is what you and your person are actually doing now. And that's what you're both figuring out. You and your person are both in this moment in time figuring out how each of you individually, without the other in your life for the most part, can move forward and be aligned and be clear and be certain within your own self about your life path and your life future now and for the indefinite future without necessarily being involved with your person. Okay? And some of you, your heads are spinning right now. I can feel it. Your heads are spinning. You're like, well, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't, none of this makes sense. None of this is supposed to be happening. This isn't like a traditional relationship where, once we separate, we're done for life, and it's not supposed to be like this. Or, every relationship, if it's over, we're separated, is just a lesson, and let me learn it, move on. It's like, well, not this relationship. There's a difference between that, a typical or traditional, or even your past relationships, and this relationship, because this relationship is one where you can and it is okay to know and be in love with and be connected with your person and they with you, even if you are not in contact, and so that each of you can focus on your individual life purposes, and then when the time is right, come together. And again, you might say, well, Brandon, I've never heard of or thought that was okay, or that's never been something that society has advised that someone do. And I would say, yeah, no, we know. And God knows. And yet here you are. Right? Here I am, here you are. And it's okay. It's okay. So long as you know that what is in your heart is the truth. No matter what anyone else says, or what society says, or what your parents or your friends say, or your coworkers say, what is in your heart is true about this relationship. That has nothing to do with any past relationship that you've ever been a part of, or what you thought relationships should be, or what happens when or if you separate from a person in your lifetime. It has nothing to do with the nature of what this connection is now that you are watching this video here and about. Okay. And this is God's gift to you, dear viewer, to give you clarity about that. So you are okay with that, right? So you can let go of any worry or of any doubt or any misgivings about anything that's happened in your life and in your love and between you and this person so far up to this point. So that you know in your heart that this was meant to happen and meant to be. I wouldn't be doing a reading about this. Right? I wouldn't be doing a reading about this if this wasn't meant to happen. It's in the cards. It's reflected by the cards, I should say. Right? Okay. So the purpose of this union and this separation is for each of you to find your individual paths of clarity to move forward and be able to know what that is without a doubt, with or without your person. But it doesn't mean that it's not for your person. Because I know many of you are confused about that, rightfully so. And you would say, well, Brandon, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to focus on? Am I supposed to focus on my own path and myself, or am I supposed to focus on my person? And the answer is both and neither, because you focusing on your individual path, God is saying, is actually, whether you knew it or not, for your person. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? You could tell me I'm wrong in the comments, by the way. You don't have to agree with this if this is not your reading. That's okay. I'm just sharing with you what I'm feeling through God and the angels and my messengers here and myself, my higher selves. High Priestess, 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and 5 of Cups. So here you both are. And we weren't lying, okay? We're channeled the messages. Here's the cards reflecting that. You saw the shuffle, okay? Here you and your person are in this separate. I get too cocky. I God gives me the power to be so confident with these readings because he always does this. He always lines up these cards in this way. I'm just like, it really is magic. It really is magical to do this. And it's not even me. It is God. But there's you and your person in the cards. In this separation, as we channeled already, 5 of Swords here, Hierophant on the right, High Priestess on the left. Okay. You are your person, whoever it is you are resonating as, okay, or stepping into or embodying, or you feel intuitively. And I want you to, go ahead and feel intuitively, what is it that you feel you primarily embody in this lifetime. And but I want to say that with the caveat that, you and your person both have both of these energies, Hierophant and High Priestess energies within you. Okay, so don't get too torn up about that, right? Like many people, including myself, we try to figure out, right, who we are or who we're evolving into, and it's like we both have both of these, but it does remain firm that each you and your person are your life role, okay? Your life or your primary role is North Node in astrology, evolving towards one of the primary slots here. We'd say more the masculine energy or the feminine energy. And again, this is despite whether you're male or female. That doesn't necessarily dictate what energy you're evolving into, okay? So take it as it resonates. You could be a female evolving into the Hierophant energy in this lifetime, which is a leader in the world, influencing, expressing, making impact for others, okay, being perhaps more of the material or success provider. Or you could be evolving, for instance, as a male, even, right, into the High Priestess energy, so more of the emotionally or spiritually in tuned support system, okay, that is not so expressive, but is more silently, energetically impactful, equal but opposite energies, alpha and omega here, okay, but yeah, so each of you are evolving into, you see here, your separate paths, right? Space has been required to create the opportunity for each of you to be in your separate lanes, your separate paths. It doesn't mean that you're not for each other, right? It doesn't mean that you're not for each other, but it just means there's this space. But in between or within all this space is always a link. If you're watching this reading, there's always a link that you both share energetically to and for the other at all times in your union, at all times in life, generally speaking, where you can feel, contact, receive, or give to the other effortlessly. And those of you who are, you know what I'm talking about, right? You will know. You will know. You'll either feel them or you'll be able to give to them. Okay, this is the spiritual relationship, the twin soul relationship, the twin soul connection. This is, when we say marriage, generally, we haven't said it in this reading, but I want to define it really quickly because I've been asked. When we say marriage, we mean, what God means with marriage is a spiritual connection. You are and were born with one spiritual connection, like spiritual union, that you were already linked to get together with from the day you were born until the day you die in this lifetime. That is what we mean by marriage, the spiritual definition of marriage. Now, we humans, okay, it used to be more aligned, right? We used to take marriage as like the spiritual union and physical union and all that. these days it's more, we'll marry anyone where it's convenient, or it's not a spiritual union, right? And then we wonder why there's 60% of people get divorced. Okay, because it's more of a physical marriage, or it's a relationship that they think they need to be married, and they get together, and so it's not a spiritual union. That's my point. And this earth, God is look. I'm just going to be honest because I'm in the middle of all this. Is God is taking everyone, whether you were formerly married to someone physically or not, whether you're single or not, whatever you've been through, and He's bringing you together with your spiritual partner and bringing your spiritual partnership to life in this lifetime. And I've seen Him do whatever it takes, having to disrupt 30, 40-year marriages, okay? Completely dishevel the lives of people because God is just simply moving pieces around and saying, that's not the person for you. This isn't the person for you. This isn't the life I wanted for you. This isn't the situation I wanted for you. You have this life and this person, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to ensure that you have the best chance of being with them in this lifetime. Notice we said best chance. There are no guarantees because we have free will. But this is what God wants. Okay? It's what God wants. The consciousness, the energy of the universe for the highest good of the earth. This is what God wants. Okay? So, Two of Swords, Five of Swords, Five of Cups, the Hierophant. Now, mutually for both you and your person, this is incredibly saddening, disheartening, maybe makes you angry, maybe makes your person angry, okay? And it feels like each of you have been put into a blind spot, Two of Swords here, with, again, why this had to happen, why it is happening or still happening to this day, why things haven't been reconciled or changed or fixed or something like that, why nothing has, quote unquote, come to light as of this time. Sun card, Two of Pentacles. And so this reading's here to answer your prayers or your thoughts, which is trust us, it's necessary. Trust me, bro. Sorry, I had to. Trust me, bro. Source, trust me, bro. But that's the message. That's the message, which is for now, you're going to have to trust this is necessary. Okay. That it's not wrong. It's not off. It's not in a bad place. Okay. Between you and your person, despite how it may seem or your perception of it or their perception of it, it is where it needs to be. There's been this space, this gap, this choice, this blindness created between you and your person. So you can each figure out and evolve into your separate individual life paths, one on the High Priestess side, one on the Hierophant side. Each of you are stepping into and making progress in each of those energies right now, strongly, with determination, with lots of progress. Okay? And nothing is wrong. Nothing is amiss. Okay? You need to know that nothing is amiss. I promise you. I would tell you if there was a problem. I would not sugarcoat this for you. There's nothing that is amiss. Okay? All of this had to happen. Look at the chaos in the middle of this reading, right? All of this stuff, death and the Eight of Cups and the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords, and Five of Cups and Two of Swords and Four of Cups, right? All of this had to happen between you and your person, and has happened between you and your person. Okay? While you two are still very much linked, to create the space for the pathing. I play video games, and pathing is a word that is used, right? The pathing forward. So the pathing forward of you and your person is developed, okay? And that you two can, keyword, can evolve into your individual highest path separate from the other, okay? Otherwise, your energies would be so damn mixed, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Your energies would be so mixed together and so close together, okay, and so dependent on the other that neither of you would be able to step into your path and their path, okay, or your path and their path, all right, as if you were by each other's side right now, okay. So this is a godly separation, and this is a godly space, and it was volunteered by your person. Okay. Maybe for 20% of you is volunteered by you, but take it as it resonates. All right, Four of Swords, Page of Wands, and the you know who you are. You're like, I was the space creator. God. Darn you, God. You made me be the space creator. Oh, why? Four of Swords, Page of Wands, Ace of Swords here with the 10 of Cups. Okay. Oh, so you and your person, each of you right now have the same daily thought. You wake up in the morning, Four of Swords, you wake up in the morning and you ask yourself the question, when is this going to come together, God, in this lifetime? That's the question. And I'm telling you because God knows and God can see you and your person in the same energy, in the same space, maybe half a world away, but still aligned in waking up every day, Ace of Swords, Page of Wands, Four of Swords, and asking yourself, when is this going to come together? When am I going to be together with my person this lifetime? Okay. And it's not even, this reading isn't even to give you an answer to that question. It's just to let you know that you and your person are thinking and feeling the same way. If I can tell you, if you are feeling that, and I can tell you that you're feeling that, then I can also tell you that your person is feeling that. Because I can see both of you. Because I am both of you. God has a hand in every soul in the universe. If you have access to the energy of God, you have access to everything. So you all got to learn how to access God because it's pretty powerful. Let's go ahead and clarify the star card here for this reading. Again, as a reminder, if you want to go deeper and get specific messages from your person to you and go even deeper into where your person's currently at, that will be in the extended reading. I know I mentioned this reading was going to be from and about your person. It really ended up being, because I never know where it's really going to go. I try to think I know where it's going to go, but God took over and was like, this is what God wants to tell you from or about your person. So the extended will be actually like specifically, I promise, about or from your person to you, what they want you to know at this current moment. If you want to go deeper and see precisely what they're going through in this moment in time, that extended reading is going to be for you. Okay. So again, this is God's reading. I'm not changing that. So star card, clarify with the Emperor with the Three of Pentacles and the Fool card here. Okay. Now this is for you. Okay, this next part right here is for you specifically. You watching, about 80 to 85% of you, I'd say, are healing your authority. You are healing your authority, your will, for the sake of others, or in the light of others. Three of Pentacles, Emperor, with the Fool card. You watching, what does that mean? Okay, what does that mean? Most of you watching, you're healing your ability to own, Emperor card, own what your worldly leadership or authority is in and amongst your peers. Three of Pentacles. Okay. And to be willing to move towards that despite what others may think, feel, or have to say about you, or what you subconsciously fear others may have to say, think, or note about you in your chosen, willful direction in life. Okay, Fool card here. For your person, remember all these cards, okay? Twin soul connection. How does it apply to both of us too? For your person, It is actually about choosing you, choosing this relationship, choosing who you are and what and who you represent, because your bold butt is so bold and so outlandish and so powerful that it's for some reason it's not typical for your person, okay, to choose someone like you. And their leap of faith, full card here, Three of Pentacles, is to be willing to choose and be truthful to and move towards you and this relationship despite what people around them, their peers, their family may say about that. Okay. But see how that applies to both of you, right? Same energy, but different lessons here. So for you, it's about your will and desire to be in the world, to express in the world, to submit your will upon the world and what you want to attain, become, or do, or impact. I know that is not a bad thing, many of you. Okay, that's masculine energy. Masculine energy. Look at the world and say, I want to create that. I want to build that. I want to do that. And even though it's crazy or outlandish or different from everything that my peers may think of me, I'm going to do it anyways because I believe in it or because I want to and because it's right. Okay. Yeah. That's what most of you watching are healing, whether you're male or female, by the way. So this Emperor energy could be within you as a female or as a male. Just depends on what role you're in this relationship. Okay. Let's get final three of this particular reading. See whatever anything else that God wants to share with you. This message was intended to be brief. We've still gone 41 minutes, so forgive me. Trying to be more specific and on point with these readings. King of Cups, Six of Swords, Hanged Man here. Okay, so again for you. Now, what I feel for you, you are healing. The most important thing God wants to tell you right now, dear viewer, what you are healing, King of Cups, Six of Swords, is ironically your ability to be patient, okay, and or empathetic or loving in a situation where you are essentially waiting on the other to come towards you or allow this love to happen or take charge of the relationship or share what they feel towards you, fill in the blank. Okay. And to give a little bit deeper context to this entire thing, right? If it wasn't kind of insinuated already, which I feel it was, but I'll mention it here anyways, which is your person is not only the spacemaker, but also the one that is then responsible, or we could say given the duty or given the task to then create union, create oneness, to act in oneness in this relationship, in this lifetime, to take action to create the oneness between you and your person. Okay. Your person has been deemed to be the one growing in their ability to or learn the lesson of being the action taker, to use their action, to use their energy to go after, claim, and unapologetically create this union in this lifetime, this relationship in this lifetime. That is their duty, their responsibility for you. Whereas you are more in the position, I would say, according to this reading, where you are having to let go and trust in your person's ability to do that, in God's ability to work with your person to do that and to know that that's happening. And most importantly, to trust in this space, in this time, in this patience. Okay, Six of Swords, Hangman. You may be healing or letting go of past situations where you, the viewer, needed, like, were in a situation where you were needing to wait for someone or put in this position of the unknown or waiting and it didn't turn out your way, and so you were really, let down or disappointed, and now it seems you're in this position again for whatever reason. And so you're almost healing the ability for you to trust in the space or the waitingness or the distance between you and your person, and knowing that this time it is different. It is different than it was before. Okay. And to end this reading with a specific message from your person, we will be going deeper into this specific message from and about your person specifically in the extended reading. So be sure to check that out in the description box below if you are interested. But this is, to end this reading, a specific message from and about your person, what they want you to know. This moment in time is, I did not have the clarity in myself or inner way of being or purpose in order to be stable or strong enough for you watching to depend on. Specific message from your person. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. I felt unworthy, uncertain, or uneasy about my independent way of being with and for you in relationship or connection to you, so much so that I could not be stable enough for you to lean on or depend on in the time that you needed it the most, as you needed it the most. And I am so sorry for that. Okay. And I'm working on the very things within me, your person is saying, to never allow that to happen again. But I want you to have faith in the meantime as I do this destined work. And also that I never intended to hurt us or to hurt you in any way. But as God and Brandon mentioned, this happened subconsciously, unconsciously through me for a very big reason. And I can now understand your person saying why that needed to happen for me to be what you needed to be able to depend on in your love and life mission here on this planet. And I hope to be the support and in a place, in a stable enough place for you to be able to lean on or depend on forever in the near future, because I know that the world will be even more greatly impacted if you have me strongly by your side in this lifetime. And I don't want anything else other than that. Okay. That was your person directly channeled through me, through God. All right. Take it as it resonates. That is the reading we have for today. We will be going deeper into the extended reading in just a second. If you want to go deeper with me, go ahead and check out the link below to be serenaded with even more direct messages from your person, what they're currently going through, healing, or experiencing through you or this relationship. And so check that out if you're interested. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this video in the first place. I truly hope it helps you. Feel free to leave your experience in the comments below. If you're new to me, be sure to subscribe if you want more content just like this. Hit that like button so it helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you all in the extended or on the next one. Bye for now.